Hooray for Hollywood! Hello there, Stan the Movie Man here with you on the WIMZ.com movie review. This week it was a tie between Total Recall and Diary of a Wimpy Kid 3, and being a grown-up, I decided to go see Total Recall, of course a remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger picture from a couple of decades ago. This one stars Colin Farrell, Kate Beckinsale, Jessica Biel, Bryan Cranston, and more. It is the story of a post-apocalyptic Earth. At the end of the 21st century, there was a biological chemical war, which has left most of the planet's surface uninhabitable. There are only two sections of the planet that people can live in. One is called the United Federation of Britain, made up of the British Isles and parts of Europe, and also a place they call the Colony, which is Australia, on the opposite side of the world. People who live in the Colony generally are considered lower class. They are the working class. They take a transport system called the Fall, which is this subway-like thing that bores through practically the center of the Earth to travel from the Colony to the UFB, the United Federation of Britain, to work in the factories. One of the workers is named Douglas Quaid, played by Colin Farrell. He has this dream every night that he's being chased by these armed men in uniforms, and he's trying to run away with this girl named Melina, who's played by Jessica Biel. And every night he gets captured. It's the exact same dream, and he wakes up in a cold sweat in bed with his wife, Lori, played by Kate Beckinsale. There's this company called Total Recall, which can help you implant memories into your mind, so that if you have a boring, dull life, you can have the memories of somebody who is say a world-famous actor and movie star, or a super rich guy, or perhaps a secret agent. Well, Douglas decides to go to Recall and go through the process, but that's interrupted by a bunch of guards who, once he's hooked up to the system, bust in and kill all the workers and try to arrest him. Then all of a sudden he's able to do all these kung fu type moves and kills all the guards and manages to escape from Recall. And when he gets home, his wife tries to kill him. And it turns out she's not really his wife, and he's not really who he thinks he is. And it all starts to unravel this giant conspiracy involving the leader of the United Federation of Britain, a guy named Cohagen, played by Bryan Cranston, and a resistance leader, Matthias, played by Bill Nighy, and the evil, nefarious plans of Cohagen to occupy the colony in order to help alleviate the overpopulation in the UFB. Of course, this is the remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger picture. It's not nearly as good as the original Total Recall. While the action is spectacular and occupies, at minimum, a half of the running time of the movie, maybe even more, the characters are all very generic and kind of dull, and the story is given very, very little room to grow. The plot twists and turns are not terribly interesting, and you know, it's an action picture that's got an inkling of the story it wants to tell attached to it, and doesn't really ever delve into the characters or get into the backstory of the political unrest and social unrest, and other than telling us there was a war at the end of the 21st century, they don't tell us anything about it other than it was a chemical and biological war. It's not a very good movie. While it's well produced and the action scenes are spectacular, it really falls apart when it comes to the characters and the story. I can't recommend you go see it. I'm giving it 2 guitars. Go to WINZ.com to read my complete review as well as to vote on the movie that I see next time. Any questions or comments can be sent to StanTheMovieMan@att.net, and you can follow me on Twitter @MovieManStan. Till next time, later, Tater!